So hello, welcome. We're actually currently on top of a 28 Bertram right now. Cold and windy Saturday morning, but the yard's quiet, so I can actually film here without a bunch of noise around me. And right now, I'm just going to attempt to take this nav light out. It's mounted inside the T-top, or glued in, I guess, here. So let's do that first. I'll show you the boat, and well, let's just get started. Alright, so we're standing on the gunnel of the Bertram here. Here is our light. It's got water in it here. I think this is a Lumitech light too. I've seen these before. So these are good lights. I'm going to cut around the sealer here because I think this just pops out. So let me put you down here. Get us a little razor blade action. I don't know whose bright idea it was to say, come in on Saturday and work on stuff on your own time. Film it. Oh yeah, that was my idea. Never mind. If you're going to use a razor blade on anything, be careful. It does like to scratch fiberglass real easily. I don't know how much I'm going to need to get out of there. So this thing's glued in real tight. I'm going to have to, I've already cut around the silicone here pretty good. I'm going to go underneath it with a couple screwdrivers and see if I can just get it to start lifting and peeling. So basically I'm just kind of going underneath the outside of it here. And I'm going to kind of go underneath it and go all the way down here. So it's kind of picking it up. I've cut around it real good, but you can't get in there very, like I say, it's really tight. So I'm going to have to get it to start peeling, and then we'll clean all that up. There we go. A lot of effort for one little light. And take a look how much sealer they used. It's crazy. So I'm going to try to get this light out. I cut it right here so that gets the sealer off here. And then we're going to attempt to get for the end of this wire so we can reconnect a new one after we cut all this out, and we'll seal a new one all back in there. There we go. There we go. Just had to get it freed up. I staggered them so they would fit. It's a clever idea. I'll do the same thing when we go back in. Alright, let me cut all this out. They're going to use a nice shielded wire too. Alright, we got the light out. Let's take a look at this boat because it's nice. Obviously, the more I'm looking into stuff, they're doing a good job on things here. Definitely sealed up good. Alright, I think we got her cleaned up enough here. I'll put our new light down. Looks good. I'm gonna cut this. We'll do all this here in a second, but I want to show you the guts of this thing because if you go back a few videos, jump down. You go back a few videos, maybe 5 or 6 or something, maybe even more than that. I looked at one of these Bertrams, same boat. I think this is a different one, but the same 28. Real nice boat. I mean, you can tell they do a good job with stuff. Even looking at that wiring, this is the first time I've gotten to kind of look at the inside of one and take stuff apart. So. Oh, got my morning coffee there, can't forget that. Yeah, super nice. This is all automated, all these switches and everything. I'm pretty sure you can control through your Garmin's too. Yeah, it's joystick, so it's got all the new stuff. It's got electric power steering on the back of it. But I want to go in here. In our cabin here, because we've got a big panel. I don't know if it's a cabin, but our little bathroom. Ooh, look at that. This is where you know if somebody builds something good by looking at how they do their wiring. Everything looks uniformed. I mean, look at that wiring there. It's wrapped up perfectly. Let's get a closer look here. Oh yeah, look at that. Everything is labeled with like a heat shrink label. That's cool. The only thing I don't like is that they use fuses for everything instead of breakers. So if something is bad, you have to keep putting a fuse in it to see what's going on. But that's just a complaint by me because I'm a tech and I have to deal with this kind of stuff. Normal consumer, you throw a fuse in and it blows, you're not going to do it again. You're going to be like, oh, there's a problem, we got to fix. Oh yeah, look at this. Everything's wrapped up nice. Service loops everywhere. Nice. I like it. It's our NEMA set all the way down. You even got extra NEMAs if you need them to add more components. Yeah, this is a Garmin network expander right here. It's electric power steering, and that's our helm. So see, there's no fluid or anything. Here's our stereo right here. This is JL Audio. Nice. JL Audio actually labels their own stuff. Must have an amp because we got RCA cables going here. Yeah, you look at the wiring coming from the T-top. Yeah, they do a good job. A+ Bertram. Good job. I know these are built pretty close now too. I think they're building them in Tampa or something. Our key switches. You see, we can look down in the hole here. Oh yeah, there's a ground bus, looks like right there. Maybe a power bus or both ground buses. I can't really see very well. Is there access? Oh no, you have to probably take that off right there to do that. Yeah, I can see like the Mercury Bluetooth module. You got a bunch of stuff down there mounted too. Sweet. Impressive. Let's go look in the bilge. Alright, I know we're waiting for one pump in the bilge here, so we're probably going to see something taken apart, but let's take a look. Oh, yeah, there's the pump right there. It's got a bad fish box pump in it. Our umbrellas aren't making it here. They're all rusty and rust water. That's gross. Let's look back here though. What do we got back here? So that's a high water bilge pump there to our left, the starboard side. There's our low water, the normal pump. There's a pickup for bait well pump, it looks like. It's a Lumitech light module right there. It's got the NEMA going to it. Everything's controlled. You can light this thing up in any color you want or let it go to music or whatever you want. Pretty good though. I mean, look, they even build in the bilge a spot for a high water pump so that, you know, that one's fails or whatever and this thing starts sinking, that thing's going to kick on. But it's a cool idea because usually most manufacturers just add them in somewhere, put a shelf or something, but this is actually built into the mold. So they're thinking about things in this one. Just like that pump being mounted like that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you got a line teed off right there, so you have bait well pump, and then you also have, sharing the same fitting right there, a raw water pump right there. And right next to it, that's our macerator pump right there. The sea flow stuff. That's high dollar stuff. Yeah, look, you can see there's the loops again. Loops everywhere. So they got somebody who knows how to wire stuff for sure. Close this down. Yeah, good job, Bertram. Like I say, it's a nice boat. It's my kind of boat too. I like the center console fishing simple. This might not be the simplest because of modern electronics and stuff, but just the style of it. You know, simple center console, nice lines, nice bars. I mean, everything here. Nice stitching. Well done. Yeah, check it out. There's the electric steering actuators right there. I've only seen one of these that had a problem, and I don't think it was Mercury's fault. I think it was like they pinched a wire or something when they were rigging it. It's pretty sweet. All right, right in the sun here in the shadow. Here's our new light. So let's cut the other one off here, and we'll wire this one up down here. Then we'll stick it on the top and seal it in. Climb back up here. All right, let's cut these, and we'll just match these with the new one here. We'll cut them off where the heat shrink connector's at. Here's another trick for you too. So if you don't have a whole lot of wire, that wind's shaking the phone. If you don't have a whole lot of wire, you're trying to cut these, you can cut it right where that metal is, and you'll have that much extra wire because you can just peel that off. Watch. And if you had just a little bit left, do that, then you got that extra bit. It works sometimes if you're short, you don't have much. You know, happens sometimes. You know, try to add a piece of wire or something because that's ridiculous. You have two heat shrink connectors. I hate when I see that. Let's cut this off. There we go. Let's not lose that. It's kind of important. You're not an eel. You don't need to go back in your hole. I'm going to stick a screwdriver in here, in the hole there. That way, can't attempt to go back in there. Let's jump down. All right, let's see if I can get out of the shadow here. We'll go this way with everything. Here's our sealer we're using. And the boat's dirty, don't mind that. It's been sitting in this crappy 40-degree weather forever. So here's our old and our new. just match these here. We don't have to go that short with it, but we'll stagger them the same way. So black is our shortest. Orange is our second. Looks like red's just like it was normally, so there we go. Let's put some connectors on it here. Of course, I'm right in the shadow like I said not to do. There we go. Now let's put our connectors on here. Maybe I'll try to do it right here. Like any shadows here. Nope. Let's peel these back. And always give your wire a little twist. Get all those wires together, you don't want anything loose in there. I got my special tool here. You can use different tools. I do this because it doesn't break the shielding when you heat shrink it. If you use a regular crimper, a lot of times it'll pierce that shielding around it. That's it. Just give it a little pressure, make sure it's not going to pop off there. And you can see it doesn't break that shielding around it, so when I heat shrink it, it won't open up and have the metal exposed. That's what you don't want. You want it to seal it up. There we go. Well, let's go put it on the top. All right, so we got a pile of silicone over here. All right, let's start with our shorty one here first. That'll be our longest one. I'm gonna heat shrink these individually so that they're not all close together, tied together, and not burning the wires. So much wind up here. You don't want to aim this towards the boat. There we go. Let that cure up for a second. Well, you can see it didn't break the shielding there, and it's heat shrinked all the way around. A little warm still. Actually, it feels all right because it's so cold outside. All right, let's do the red here. That one's good. One more here, which obviously is not matching white to orange, but pretty sure we can figure out that that goes to that with the other two. All right, now we got our wires done here. We can put a whole bunch of sealer down and stick this thing down. There we go. Our wires look good, just like the other ones. Let's get it inside here some before we put sealer in that hole. Get it past our connections here. There we go. Stay. Get a bunch in here. Get closer here, see if you can see what I'm doing. You know, you're kind of backwards on the back or the top here, so there we go. Now, I'll just squeeze this all over. Can't really hurt it too much. It's just gonna squeeze out when we put it down, so can't overseal it, that's for sure. Especially it being up here in the elements. Looks good. Just push it down. Look at that. I don't think I'm gonna need to put a beater on. I'm gonna have to clean it right now because it looks like it squeezed it all out nicely. Use the old finger trick here. The wind is really going today. At least it's supposed to warm up tomorrow. It's been 40 degrees here for the past week and nobody likes it. I'm complaining because everybody else in the country is definitely colder than I am. But us Floridians we're babies in the cold. Looking good. I like the 3M silicone too. It's just a little bit better to deal with. Doesn't cure up super fast like some of the other stuff and doesn't leave wrinkles in it. You can tell the good brand of stuff compared to others. I say 3M stuff is on the top there of stuff. These Lumitech lights are really good too. It's surprising that this one has water in it, but nobody's perfect. I'm trying to make it nice like the factory. It's the same. This boat's only a year old, I think. There she is. Just like it was brand new. So what I'm going to do is go turn it on. We'll take a look, make sure this is working here. There should be a little red light here. Battery switch. Just need our house. There we go. We're going to hear the VHF yell at us like every single boat we get on. Hey, there it is. Never fails. So, nav on. Oh, look, our blue light to turn on too. Let's see if she's working. That way, if it's sealed up and it doesn't work, I don't have to. I can take it off right now before it cures. Oh, we got a red light. Nice. There we go. We're done with this one. I clean up my mess, obviously, here. All right, I'm gonna go get me a trash bucket here, clean up my mess, get my stuff off the boat, and hey, if you like these 28 Bertrams, it's a good one to look at because it's a fishing machine for sure. So I'm sure it's fast too. It's got twin 300s on it, so it's 600 horse, 28 foot. Got everything you need to fish, so definitely a good one. Anyway, as always, I appreciate everybody watching, and I will see you next time. Later. Well, look at this thing. It's a 320. What do they call the model? GTC. Looks like it's all cabin on the inside. With that glass that goes all the way around it. It's definitely unique. I haven't seen one of these yet. Must be a new model. Sax door. Yeah, it's like a back porch. That's cool.